Good evening, everyone, and welcome to live stream number 3. Exciting times. Alright, I look like a mess, but hopefully the stream itself is not a mess, but regardless, let's get right to it. Today's entry for... Oh, hold on. Try that again. Alright, so we have the Intellevison on the bench here. Don't usually do too much gaming stuff, but I'm switching gears here because I heard over the Facebook groups that the Wisconsin Computer Club was looking for a working Intellevison. So that's, and I found this one for cheap. And if it works out, well, guess what? They get themselves a nice Intellevison 2609. But before I send her on over, we are going to recap it. And I gotta give the standard disclaimer here of things that you see on this channel may or may not go as according to plan. Things may not be done to the best of techniques. So, yada yada yada. Hey Justin. So, let's get right into it here. The particular Intellevison I picked up did come with a handful of games. Came with 6 games to be exact. We got Major League Baseball, NASL Soccer, another Major League Baseball, Golf, Armor Battle with Hand and Way, and Space Armada. Unfortunately, I don't have the these Intellevisions have a little plastic insert that tells you what buttons to press, and unfortunately I do not have those for those games, but we have another title that is a very controversial title in my immediate family. Burger Time. Got this for $14.99. Got the control. And we got the little plastic insert that actually does tell us what buttons we need to press. So let's get into this machine that is older than I am. We'll see how this goes. So there is a standard capacitor kit for this, courtesy of our good friends over at Console 5. So they predetermined caps that they need to be replaced on this. And hello to the Retro Recall. Thank you for joining. Definitely no terrible laptops tonight. But let's get right into it. And there are... Gotta work on the light situation one of these weeks here, but there looks like there are a handful of screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe there are literally 5 screws, 5 or 6 screws. So, let's see if this screwdriver will even fit. It may not, so it may have to do a very early pause in our presentation here to find the proper screwdriver. Yeah, I gotta go hunt down a standard Phillips head screwdriver. And then we can get this thing apart. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you guys join these live streams. The more people I get, the more enthused I get to do said live streams. So it just takes one good conversation to make a live stream worthwhile. But screwdriver, my late grandma's screwdriver. So far, so good in getting into this thing. Yes, I remember where I get some of my tools from. Didn't really talk to Grandma that much, but back when I did, we cherished our time. There. Not the screwdriver. There we go. Alright, there's got to be another screw here. Oh, there's 2 more screws. Oh, this is, it's kind of funny, this caution labels that this is not a toy. Technically it is, but I get what they're saying. And it should be used under the supervision of adults. So, I can tell you that the adults ran into the most trouble with the other Intellivision that is somewhere in this basement. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, we're losing stuff already. Oh! We got a plastic insert for golf. We also lost a plastic thing for the power button. Alright. I've never tore one of these apart before, so I've researched it, but I never actually bit the bullet and did it. A little dusty in this unit, but alright, so there's actually 2 boards that we need to recap. You are almost staring at the simpler of the 2. There are 3 capacitors here that we need to replace. So we're going to do that in a very slow fashion here. Okay, so that's that. Well, I will say that particular piece of plastic, after all these years, 40-some years, is alive and well and not brittle at all. Ooh, that was barely attached. That's not good. Get that out of the way. And if I said it once, I'm going to say it again. Things in this... Oh, want some popcorn for the movie? But, anywho, so back to my thought here. So, things may not be done according to the proper procedure. Everything on this channel is always unscripted, but live streams are even less scripted. So we got the 2 bigger caps here. I am actually surprised. I do see a Nishikan. I don't know what this one is, but and then we have a smaller Nishikan. So this one here, well, if you're not using the kit provided by Console 5, this one's a 2200 microfarad, 25 volts, 10,000 microfarad, 16 volts, and I can't read what that one is. 100 microfarad, 16 volts. Those are the 3 for this particular board. So let's stop with the conversation, or at least I am anyway, and we're gonna go on with the solderation. I try to make it rhyme. But Console 5 actually sells a second variant of this kit, because these caps that are like this are a little bit more expensive and less common. So they sell an alternative where you can drill holes or loop things around. I chose to rebuild this by the book. So we got a brand new desoldering iron. So here goes absolutely nothing. That's kind of cool. Oops, baby. Ow. Burned me. Okay. That's a very intriguing tool, but so far so good. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I gotta bend that one up here. And oh, there's a clipper. Might as well bend them both up while we're here. Ooh, right, so probably not a bad idea to take pictures of what you're doing before you do this. Like I am going to lead by my own example right now. And the positives are right there in this case. Although this cap, unless I'm blind, is not clearly labeled, so we will help it along. Ah, jeez. You know, you can't write a plus or a minus here. Might be in trouble. But we're going to take pictures of our own work. And, yep, so this one... good enough for now. Alright, so let's continue on with our madness. And that one we desoldered somewhat, so... they put some glue on here, too. I hate that when they do that. There might... Well, I believe that Retro Recall's asking if I have a desoldering gun. That's what this thing is technically supposed to be. So far, it's doing an okay job. It's no hackle, but it's not one of those professional grade ones by any means, but we'll get through it. Let's try this other one. Most part, it's actually doing its job, so I'm kind of happy about that so far. Didn't do nice of a job on that one, but... where's the other one? So let's do that one right away. Let's... Alright, I gotta move this stupid heart thing that's in my chat. I know I don't have Hackle because I don't have Hackle money at the moment. Or at least I pretend to not have that on TV. Probably should at some point, considering I do build battery packs. Ow. Good. Doing a little bit better in the smaller capacitors, but maybe that's what it's more or less designed for. And miracles are the department of churches, not a $40 soldering iron, depending on who you ask. Oh, look at that. I think it's almost out. Wouldn't that be sweet? Look at that. That one came out like melted butter. Let's see if we get the other ones out, or that we may have to get a traditional soldering iron out. Yeah, I'm definitely looking to upgrade soldering equipment at some point regardless, even though I know a lot of people in the electronics pages like to, I think it's a TRS 101 or TS 101, they like that one. Ooh. Yeah, now we gotta get this glue off of here. That's gonna be the challenge. Oh, maybe. Well, we're gonna have to manually intervene with this one at some point, but just to be on the safe side before I do too much yanking, maybe we go plug in the actual iron here and we do a once over with a soldering wick. Let's see. That's not plugged into anything, I hope. Oh, good. Alright, we wait for that to warm up. Maybe we'll work on this a little bit longer. Yeah, why companies do this, or maybe I just am not thinking straight here at this point. I don't know. Oh, that one might be pretty much out. At least the negative is. I'll go off screen here for a moment so I can better control this. Might not be warm enough yet. Oh, pure flux helps everything. Figure out how to open this thing now. Jesus. Yep, we're gonna go on from having a fight with this thing now. Flex doesn't do any good if I can't open it. There we go. Now we got her open. There we go. Now we got the flux flowing. Don't know how good this stuff is. It's the first time I had to buy some in probably 20 years. Close to 20 years. I have a container of a Radio Shack stuff floating around, but really it's getting hard. And I've seen other people have success with this kind of stuff, so, or a similar variant, so we're gonna give it the old college try. Oh, there we go. Something clipped. A little work with the desoldering iron probably would have been a good idea here. There's that stuff. It's starting to boil out. Now pull out. Well, now it's coming. Yeah, well, everything leading up to today has been something else. But well, Justin, both you and I know is like the older equipment. If we're working on it, we're kind of naturally gluttons for punishment as it is. I work in management and IT, so that's a whole other division of punishment by itself. I didn't want it to go. Maybe more work with the desoldering wick when I do it here. It's probably not the best iron to do doing this with, but that's why you make disclaimers in the beginning. Oh, it's still sticking on there for some reason. Yeah, eBay regrets. Although I tried to, like, kill that trend, unfortunately, I don't think I did. Thought the DV6000s were going to do it, but no such luck. Somehow got 3 out of the 5 to work out of that bunch. I think that's the real surprise of this whole the craziness with those laptops, but alright, so we got one cap out. Let's see what we can do about the other one. Got most of that one out. That's not bad. Oh yeah, definitely. I want at some point till I have to get out the solder. That's a good idea. The funny part is my dad worked in electronics for most of his adult life, or the second half of his adult life. Yeah, I've never worked with caps this big before, so Yeah, I've done a few. Yeah, trying to think. I think my second video I ever uploaded relating to retro IT, I think, was a recapping video, and there was a girl from overseas I was trying to pick my brain on LTE light goodness. As I think she ultimately decided to. Yes, I think she's trying to turn an LTE light into something usable for the modern day. So it's like converting it to a tablet, but want to keep the keyboard type thing. She got a hold of me around the holidays, and that's not a good time of year for me to get into the extracurriculars of the hobby, unfortunately, but that's life. Wasn't for this damn glue, I think we'd be okay, but I think my other recapping video, which was surprisingly popular compared to anything else on my channel, was for the Compact Concerto, the DC board in that system. Like, I swear there was like only 3 of those computers left on the planet, and no, a lot of people wanted to. Quite a few people wanted to get on that adventure. Was legit surprised, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy that I found the answer to what caps were what, because they weren't marked in any way, so it was, let's just say there were some chances taken on some board sacrifices. So I had to go take a known good concerto and take its caps off and hope for the best. Alright, we're gonna go round 2 with the flux here. You know, Louis Rossman would be, you're not even using close to enough flux there. Just use the whole thing. But we got a lot of caps to go yet. I think that one's mostly desoldered, if not all the way at this point. Of course, yeah. We'll see you later, Retro Recall, and if I'm still here and you're still around, of course, the more the merrier. Oh, there we go. That one's starting to go. Yeah, man, that one is stuck on for dear life. There we go. Use some good stuff in the 70s and 80s. Alright, well, there's that. Clean this tip off. This looks pretty sad. But there's the power board without its caps. I think one of the grounds took a little something extra that it shouldn't have taken, but we'll see what we can do about that. Now if I get this off, this cap. I think we should be okay. But now, caps on. Let's see, what's this? The 22.5. These are a little bit thicker. I did not clean out. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're good. Yeah, still not exactly the cleanest work, but it will do. Double check my work here. Well, yeah, that should be okay. So that's the positive goes there. And Microsoft is trying to suggest that I do things. Oh, that's because I put my phone on top of the keyboard. All right, so I gotta go find my solder now. Should be right behind all of our setup here. Oh, right underneath my nose. Ain't that wonderful? Oh, Justin, I just saw your comment about got to help IT with the equipment disposal problem this week. Well, hopefully that's means you get to have fun goodies. If so, I'm interested to hear about said goodies. All right, let's get this one soldered on anyways. There we go. That's good. That one's no good. Now we'll do the other one right away. Hope they didn't forget a cap here, but we'll see. Alright, so same drill. I think negative's on the outside. Not 100% sure if these are quite the right size caps for this physically, but you know, we'll finagle things around. It's not a big deal. That's not bigger. Okay, that should be fine. All right, let's solder that on. Make sure I'm actually in frame this time. I have a tendency to not be in frame. Right. We got the big caps are now attached. And my garbage can is halfway across the room here. But we shall go on. The show must go on. Right. That is the 2 big caps. Let's see now. Now we need to find 100 microfarad 16 volt. Hope they didn't fall out. Well, shoot. That might be a problem. Because I don't see 100 microfarad 16 volt in my bag here. So that's a problem. And I don't see that it fell off anywhere, so... Well, that certainly is a blow to this, but... I really don't want to reuse the old cap. Or is 100 microfarad 25 volt? I wonder if that is, Let's go look this up real quick. I want to be better safe than sorry on this. If they rounded some things up, that's, that's okay too. Alright, so we got that one. Doesn't say what the values of the caps are exactly, at least that I can gather. Voltage regulation. It's telling me about the conversion with that. Well, anywho, we're gonna send it for now. We'll worry about that at a later time. Ooh, that is way too hot. We're gonna turn that down. Alright, so let's get the other board out of here. Put this one off to the side. I really hope I don't have to reuse that capacitor. But, like I said, I'm overthinking this and overworrying and... I have no idea what the other board is going to take. We need to get the other board out before we worry about anything else here. So let's get the other board out. We got a small handful of screws. It looks like there's at least 4 that we gotta worry about. 6. Yeah, that's exactly, yeah, higher voltage is okay. It's the microfarads are what counts. And, yeah, Z, I didn't see that you're... Hello, Z, in case I didn't say hello to you earlier. Alright, get that out of the... Oops, stay. Got that same problem that all of us have with not enough bench. So this, in theory, should pop right out. I want to say fun fact, but I'm not sure if it's a fun fact or if there's any truth to it. But I was told that the UK versions didn't have the shield on it. The US versions do. Probably for, I think, FCC regulations or something, but don't hold me to that. I'm not 100% sure. And how are we going to get that out? That is, okay, it's soldered on. Interesting, okay. Oh, somebody's broke off already. Let's see if we can get these tabs out of here. Prepared. Well, that's not ideal, but that stuff piled on a little bit longer. This one that I just got in the frame here, that's got a lot of solder on it. So we shall see. If that's released yet or not. Just take a once over with the desoldering wick and that thing is really attached. Yeah, same. I don't have hackle money yet, but this thing was $40 on Amazon, so I thought I'd take a flyer on it. Uh-oh. We must be clogged. Yeah, we're not clogged at all. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll go on to the next one and see if we can... It seems like it's not melting anything now. It is a little bit. Let's see, I wonder if this thing is jammed. Find the box for this thing. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a Wix exercise. That's going to take a while if I gotta do all that. I don't want to butcher this thing any more than it already is. Yeah, it is a little bit. Get that out of there without losing our tips. And let's try that again. It's worse. Awesome. Yeah, let's take a flyer on the old Wix and see if that makes a difference here. There's some. Oh yeah, there is some on this side. Well, that's gonna be a bummer, but well. Maybe it's time for some flux. Just get really annoying. Stay. Well, that one we just got about loose, I think. Now let's get some kind of flat-headed prying tool. See, well, I don't think we're even close here, but. There's a shield right there. I don't like where that is, but. Try this again. One. Smaller screwdriver would fit in there better. Oh, that one was loose. Okay. We're a quarter of the way there. Far from the correct way to do this, but at least we're getting somewhere. A little bit more solder on that one. We gotta get out of there. So let's go back to this. Yeah, yeah. Well, as long as it works and it doesn't look horrible, I guess. Even if it does, eh. This is a grounding shield, so I'm not as worried about it. Yes, they are. And Justin, if you're still in the chat, you're gonna. Oh, you might already. I don't remember if you took one of these apart, but in the process of rebuilding an LTE 286, and one of the things I had to do was recap the power brick on it, and it had a shielded RF shield on it, and it was as much of a pain as this is being right now. Yeah, actually, I think, yeah, Justin did take an LTA 286 power brick apart now that I think about it. Because I think his was so destroyed by caps leakage that. Yeah, I think that was his channel. I saw that on. Had this hanging on. Clinging on for life here. Yeah, these Mattel products are not very entertaining at the moment. Yeah, one tiny corner would be. I can't even do that at the moment. Fix its wagon. I don't want to do that. I want to destroy a ribbon cable. We'll be DOA on this one. Oh, that solder is actually might do something. Okay, let's go back to this for a minute. Let's go find my other soldering iron, and I think that has a that heats up better than this one does. We pretty much got the solder off of there, so we just got to get this one here. I almost had a corner. Wow. Well, Use some good stuff in the 70s, or I am doing it horribly, horribly wrong, or it's a little bit of both. Oh, that one might already be out. That would be nice. That one's already out. Okay, we did that one somewhat correctly. Woohoo! Now that one just came off. That's cool. Now, why aren't you coming off? Because you got... let's see here. Let's see if I can grab a skinnier tool to get in there. Oh, no, no. That would have been the end of this stream. That's brushes. Short YouTuber reaches across bench. Oh, yes, I do. Hot damn. Okay, let's see if the hot dams will continue on here. That one's out. Wow, I think we got 3 out of the 4 sides, and I want to see if I can... Oh, no, we can't, because we got one that's still somewhat attached, I think. Or do we? Oh, we got one that's still attached. Pretty sure it wasn't, but we'll double check our work and make sure. My bad. Sorry. No, that one's not attached. Okay, so why are we not moving? Oh, we are moving. Oh, damn. Okay, that one's not attached to the RF shield. Okay, I am very thankful for that. But I have a feeling I'm still going to have to get that shield off. We shall see. Wow, that one. Well, to be fair, we didn't do much anything with the sucker or anything on that one either. Okay, so wick hour. Ah, this shield is getting the best of me here. Yeah, this one is really slow going. Okay, that's getting pretty hot. I should not handle that like that. Perhaps different approach. Oh my, this last shield is really giving me the business here. It's always one. There we go. It finally. Jeez Louise. Okay. That's shield number 1. Shield number 2 is a question mark right now, so. Oh, there's some dust in there we can get rid of right off the bat. Not as many caps as I remember. But, regardless, before I do anything else with this, we're gonna dust this off, so bear with me for 1 second while I do that. Oh god, Aztec. So the bad news is I think I gotta get the shield the rest of the way off, but I think it's just grounding, so I think it should be okay, but... the other thing I want to check for, too, well, let's see what our cap inventory is, situation is, so... well, that bag is empty, so that's not gonna work. We have a total in the bag, we have 5 electrolytics and 1... I don't know if it's an electrolytic, but it's, not... We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we do have 5 capacitors. That's 3 of them are... Well, shoot. Yeah, we might have a capacitor issue here, but... Oh, you know what? I think we might be okay here. Because I think that the capacitor that's dual, the non-polarized capacitor, is this guy. Yeah, absolutely, Justin. I'm as shocked as you are that it's this thing just dragged on. But that's probably part of using the incorrect tools. 3547. Okay, we have 4716. All right, so yeah, that 100/25 capacitor that's in here is for the other board. So, well, I don't know how I want to quite tackle this yet, but do I continue my fight with this? Yes, we will continue our fight with the shielding here. Not attached anywhere else, are we? Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, so we are having a dual, things taking longer than expected moment tonight. You did not miss much. Go. Well, that's coming right off now. Wonder how the sucking tool will work on this. Well, that's making a mess, so I'm going to immediately discontinue that. Well, onto the desoldering wick, I guess it is. So I gotta get this shield up, one way or another. I don't recall the shield being on here like this, but who knows, it's been a while since I researched this, so maybe I forgot a detail that I probably should have not forgotten. Yep, gotta nuke the data. Gotta nuke something. Ah, come on, get in there. Okay. Probably should use a plastic one for this. Or is that loose? I'm not sure. I don't think that's quite loose, but we'll get her. I think that's loose. Ooh, that one's gonna be fun. I'm gonna go from this side on this one. I think that one's out. We shall see. Good news is the solder's like melting right off on this one, but get my hand on something here. Minimize the flexing of the board here. I'm gonna do that. Oh, brother, this thing's... Is it loose? Yeah, that one's loose. I don't know about... Oh, that one's not going to be loose yet because it's right around the corner. I guess it's a necessary evil. That one is loose. Whew, don't do that. Alright, that's loose. Oh, brother, this one's going to make me nervous. We'll see. Maybe we can just carefully bend that one over. Talk about nuking things, I'm gonna nuke my hand. That one's loose. Ooh, that is still hot. Wow. That one looks loose. Yeah, we're gonna come back to that side of the board. That is a cooking. That one is just about loose if it isn't all the way already. Yeah, that can't be good. That one's loose. Let's get it down the rest of the way here. I'm burning myself again. That would be grand. Alright. We're getting somewhere finally. We're not out of the woods yet. We got at least 2 more to go yet, if not more. I just spent an hour and a half on shielding. Sure, that's good. One's out. And that one's out. Now, let's see if I can just see what's separated and what isn't. Or did I miss one? May have potentially missed one here. What's going on here? I think I missed one here. It is not separating it out. Come on, all the way. Be stubborn. Deal with enough of that in my life without trying. Oop, that one is starting to go. Enough to do this, please. That's that. Hey, this is the side I said I was going to come back to. Who knows at this point, but... Oh, that side's out. So really, my calculations are correct here. She'll just to bend this over gently. Famous last words. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe. There's two that hung on for dear life here, but there we go. That one is out. So that means we should be able to do that. I don't know if I like that soldering job. Maybe I should have. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe not. But, yeah, let's get... Oh, that's that non-polarized one. I want to save that guy for last here. So, we'll use we'll start with this one right here. This 47 microfarad 16 volt. Let's see if this thing will now behave as it's supposed to. I don't know that it's going to, but let's see here. It's wiggling. So at least the heating component of this is still working. Minus the mess it just made. Yeah, that came right out. And negative is away from the main circuitry there. So, but we need to clean up that mess that I just made, so let's do that before we do anything else. So, out comes the desoldering wick once again. Where was that? Alright, that should be no longer bridged. It's a 47 microfarad. It was 16 volt, but I have a feeling that what's console 5 just went rounded up to 25, which like others said, that's perfectly fine. Microfarads are what counts here, not voltage. This is... Oh, they use 35 volts. Okay, I'm a little bit... they definitely more than rounded up here. They doubled up, but... regardless, it's all good. Alright, so let's get this one in place. We're gonna carefully do this. Oh, yep. Gotta be better than that, folks. And this solder's from 2003 that I'm about to use. If you know, almost all of it's still there. It's good stuff, of course, so we got that going for us. A little bit of flux here, ain't gonna hurt anything. Yep, that's definitely not gonna hurt anything at this point. Yeah, you're probably right. Although probably our good friend there, Bishop there, would probably... I'd ask him about caps more than anything, 'cause he works on car stereos from the 80s and 90s. He would... knows that stuff like the back of his hand. Chris is making his rounds on Twitter tonight again. My watch has been going off non-stop tonight. Alright, where was that? I just want to touch this up a little bit. That's good. No bridge connectors are always a plus. We know we got the right cap because that burned my hand. So next we will work on this guy. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. I'm going to work on this guy right here. And the negative is going towards me. Well, you know what? A little harm in marking up our boards. Just what happened to my permanent marker? There it is. Disorganization is key. Yeah, it's just, this is like more than double what the original cap is, so we'll see how that works, but, you know, I'll believe, take what you said seriously here, of course, so. Get the hang of this tool before the end of the stream. Oh, we're pretty much loose. Okay. I'll make sure one more time its negative is going that way. It's a 20 volt 10 microfarad. Microfarad. I always say farad. This one's hanging out for dear life. Okay. Yeah. Well, I should say, Console 5 I also have complete faith in. I haven't heard a single bad thing about him, so... we'll leave it at that. So, we are looking for... oh, I don't know what these are. 10 UT 63 volt. The 20 and 10. I think these are all the same caps. Well, let's check something here before we jump to any more conclusions. Oh, I can't, because there's literally like no values on them, or they're deeply covered. That's special. But they do get a little divot on them. That is really annoying. Hold on. We're going to annoyingly cut 15 times, measure once, or measure 15 times, cut once. Because I think these are the same cap. Maybe I just can't read. 10U-T. Well, you know what? I think it'll be good. So let's. I'm not going to lose sleep over this any further. So negative. Okay, so. Well, let's get one of these other ones out since they're all the same anyway. Ah, of course. It's a bozo glutamine. Maybe I shouldn't draw the conclusions. There might be a reason why it's glued. It should be loose. It is almost loose. Might have a glue problem here. This one ain't glued in. The one next to it appears to be, though. Not soldered out all the way. Alright. Don't let me do this because that is resting on. Right, that better do it, because I don't see any solder in those holes anymore. At least that I can tell. And that one is out. This one should not be far behind. That will tell us. Okay, so that is going to raise further questions. Fantastic. Alright, okay, so I think I see it now. There you go. That one is out. It went like that. So this is a 20 volt 10 microfarad. So let's get this one on here. Oh shoot. Well, that was dumb. Excuse me, one moment. I go look this up. Oh, it's an arrow. Okay. Oh, shoot. I don't remember how this went in now. Should have taken a picture. Alright, hold, please. Oh, alright, we should be back. Well, hello again, Retro Recall. You missed a lot of time spent on getting a shield off. And some cap confusion, because I didn't think I had to take a picture of this particular board, because I thought my memory would serve me better than what it is today, but we are not going to have such luck. But, oh well, I digress. Alright, let's get the other one. I'm trying to look at this sideways. I should not do that. You bought a space heater? Well, maybe that's not a mistake. Maybe, if anything, it's it's a few weeks too late, but although we could have another cold snap. Yeah, well, as I thank for dropping by again, Retro Recall. I have my situations too where I gotta get up early. I completely understand. But speaking of weather, it's unseasonably warm for February in Wisconsin. I think we're going to have a couple 50-degree days, and then it's going to go back to normal. But my bigger fear is waiting for the snowstorms. 2018 was... I don't remember what the weather was like, but the snow was minimal. It was like, okay, inch here and there. And then March came. Then the foot of snow at a time came. And then April came, and I don't want to talk about that. It's, well, we'll talk about it briefly. The entire 2018, I think the snowfall was like about 6 feet for the entire winter. Yeah, mid-April, we got half of that. So, yeah, let's, so, yeah. Very terrible birthday. Go. All right, so we got 2 more. Well, I take that back. We have 3 more caps to go, and I am going to... This one is pointing that way. We're going to be smart. We're going to take a picture, just in case I get stupid and loopy here. Where is it? There we go. I think we might have got that one with hard swoop, but we'll go at it again here. Just kidding. Yeah, that one's out already. Nice. About time I had some luck here. I think that cap is out. Speaking of Cyrix space heaters, so you may want to stick around for the live stream 2 weeks from now. As at one point it was a Cyrix. It's not going to be, but computers from very first live stream were originally all Cyrix systems. And we get to figure out the fun of trying to undo all that. I don't have any Cyrix processors. But, well, that's what part of the fun with the live stream is, and well, Justin, you got to see one of the 3 projects that are going to happen on that stream. I don't know if anybody else that's in the stream that saw it, but I did share a, we'll call it an eBay regret. Compact Contura was looking for like literally any 486 for cheap to work on. So I needed a 3rd computer for that stream, right? And sure enough, the cheapest one I could find in the hour that I had was a 1st gen Compact Contura. Oh well. Alright, now we gotta make sure this one's soldered. I don't know if it did or not, but no shame in getting it twice. Oh. So, that's the 2nd to last traditional capacitor. Yeah, I got my spare LTE 286 power brick today that I hope isn't completely knackered on the inside, but we'll have to wait and see. It was one of those a random box of cable thing, and it so happened to have the compact 2692 adapter in it for a whole $6. So I can't say no to that. Especially for something that is next to impossible to find. You never know what that random box of cables is going to get you. Now I'm just getting impatient, I think. He stopped doing it. Yeah, Quantum Fireball or Western Digital Caviar. It depends on what model caviar you're referring to and what model Fireball you're referring to. If you can give me a size, I can take a more educated guess at this. That's a 1 microfarad, okay. Hopefully it's not the caviar I gave you. I'm going to feel bad if it did. "30-year-old equipment or not, I still feel bad. There we go. There must be a little bit of solder left in this hole. Well, you don't have to go downstairs if you don't want to, but not going to argue with you if you do either. Yeah, this solder tip's really starting to see the end of its life, I think, but it was dirt cheap, so... I think I got it. That, my friends, I think is all the caps on that particular board. Let's make sure I got them all. I did. Alright, let's put this puppy back together. Yay. Yeah, well, there's a few times that runs that falling asleep on the recliner thing. It's supposed to be the slow season at work, but, well, you know how that's going, which I guess job security, right? Poor EV guy or who I have left. The few people I have left are gonna claim mutiny on me pretty soon. Oh, okay, so we are going to reattach these one by one. Oh, I don't think... Oh, yes, we do. No, we don't need this one anymore. Maybe we'll plug this one in closer so this cord doesn't have to reach a mile. There we go. Let's try that out for size. That might yield better results. Alright, I don't know if that's attached or not. I don't think it is. Yeah, what I believe is. Mac 84 can never have too much flux. Flux saves all. Oh my, that one's gonna be fun to fix, but oh, we can bend this out of the way. We can. Okay, fantastic. Now what we're doing again? Right. We're reattaching shielding. Not 100% sure. Like I said, the shielding, I think, or at least part of the shielding is a US only thing. Don't hold me to that, but that's what I've been told. Oh, okay. I'm gonna guess the ST is gonna be the culprit there. Never really had a particularly unreliable fireball in my experience, but I've heard stories about the STs, so I'm going to go with them. They also kind of sound like belt sanders when they turn on, so at least the ones I had, so I'm going with that. That we are getting somewhere. Let's hope this isn't for nothing. That would be real annoying if it were. Alright, that one should be attached. I was correct? Okay. Nice. I got one thing right today. It's the only thing we get right today. Well, it's not a terrible day, I guess. Like Western Digital in that era, I know obviously they're the Caviar 11600 is an infamous one, and I think there's a 5 gig one that's just as bad. I digress. I have more to go than I thought. That's alright. Not a big deal. Oh, that's getting dangerously close to my hand. only burned myself once tonight so far, and I'm going to tend to keep it at capping it at only once. I think that's attached. This part of the disposal pile from work or something, or is it a data recovery mission? Or am I making a terrible mistake by live streaming tonight? That's another possibility. Okay, so that board is done. Let's hope it still works. In the meantime, we'll get that other board back, and we'll do that other cap. Now the question is, what's the polarity on it? But, good news, I took a picture. The warranty has been voided. Okay, that's... Okay, so negatives towards the hole here. Bigger hole. Okay, that's easy enough. This cap is so much physically smaller versus the original, but as it doesn't matter as long as it works and it's within spec. A recap is over. Oh, yeah, hey, 1-Bit Fever Dreams, yeah, never had the Intellevison 2. My dad had the 2609 that we're repairing on, and, I said there was a very controversial game within the immediate family household that we're going to try and play tonight. But yeah, this particular one had at least on the power board, was all Nishikon caps. I was actually surprised by that. But regardless, it doesn't matter now because they are all out of their... you know what? I'm going to touch that up just a tad bit. Maybe that's why they were glued in. Yeah, my dad's Intellevision still's in here somewhere. Who knows if that's even functional anymore, but... I can tell you, rest assured, he is not missing it, and he'd probably kill to be physically able to play it at this point, but, that's a different story for a different day. Alright. That should stabilize things just a bit. Alright, so I think we've come to the part where we can start putting things back together. Although it was a little premature because I turned off the soldering iron, so... let's get that back on, and let's get more IO shielding back on here, wherever that went. How did I do this exactly? Other side. Destroy the evidence. It's so good that it doesn't even line up. Oh wait, yes it does. Okay, it was off. It was always off kilter like that. Never mind. Okay, false alarm. I should really get a better soldering iron for this, but take a drink every time I say something like that. Oh, this board is exactly 100% lined up. I don't think it is. I don't know if that entirely matters. Okay, that's looking a little bit, just a touch bit better. Yeah, that's kind of a good point. Maybe we should test it with... That's probably a good idea, although, part of the shield I did reattach as it appeared to be a ground, but let's, yeah, that you gotta... That's some wise thinking there on your part. Put everything back together here the best I can. Get that out of the way. Now, billion-dollar questions, how do we put it back together? Oh, okay. Maybe I got this in backwards. Yeah, maybe. Okay, no, I think I got it right. Where's the other one of these? I'm sure that other one... There's controller number 2. Okay, here we go. I don't know how this goes back on. Pay that close attention. Oh well. Oh, smooth side is down. Maybe that's what we gotta do here. I think it was right the first time on that. Well, one of these I believe is going to be wrong regardless, but... Seems like it goes in a little further that way, so... Alright, had a brain fart here. Where's the power board? What I believe is the power supply. Rare indeed.